position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Noles will kick it away first. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Running back searching for a hole. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now the play fake. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Kendricks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And how how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Hoskins. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue.
Turning it on! And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. On the move at the 30. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first
Luis to call this guy's name out a lot in this one because he is the go-to guy. This is the stud player on offense lining up in the slot where the quarterback is going to look more often than not. He's one of the biggest playmakers they have, and the defense needs to be ready for him.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They're working that left side. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to throw again. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. That 1st quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFI.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They're able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hoskins. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tar Heels! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here we go. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
There he goes. Bust through behind his pad. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Pulls and fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
The Noles need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Noles will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hoskins. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout. And these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Trying play action. It's on target and complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
Off play action on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. The short hands, it's Hoskins. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up the field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice wrap by that wide receiver.
Wants to throw on third. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's football. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Mooney. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Wants to throw on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Might be calling a hot route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Going deep. He's got it inside the 30. Off and running. Touchdown, Seminoles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Fires to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
The Tar Heels looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available, scramble, give me an easy first down.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. Got it, looking for the first down. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's
touchdown, Florida State! And the stomping has commenced. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Hoskins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got his man to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
I like the idea by the quarterback. He wanted to attack the middle of the field. He found his open guy. The receiver's just got to be able to make a play for him.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure. They throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass on second down. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Trying to find the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, no! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
North Carolina, 14.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes.
Is brought down at the 14. And the North Carolina offense will take over.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
North Carolina, 14.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll try the run. Running into the open space. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back open in the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's got some space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Oregon is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at foie gras on the menu tonight in Eugene. They're trailing by 18 to Texas. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
Yeah, and you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
Pressure coming. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And the returner will be dragged down. feels so pleased to send the offense back out. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Hit as he throws. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the right. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Flips it out in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep end.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Abraham. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Mooney. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. The screen. He's got wheels. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
The pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Just keep slinging it. That's caught. It's Lang. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hoskins. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Smacks him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum.
Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Power football with the run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And you're seeing the best version of this guy this week, right? We know he threw 2 picks a week ago. We talked to him. He said it was a game he wanted to put behind him and just get refocused. You are seeing when he brings his A game to the park, he helps this offense be completely dynamic.
He wants it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this.
He's taking the shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Looks as if he's going to run it. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. And even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here comes the Heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Brings up 2nd down.